The midweek fixtures are all complete, so you know the drill now, guys. We'll go over how I did this game week, look at the G League, team of the week, as well as some players I think you should bring in for game week 15. Let's do this. So yeah, not that bad of a game week for myself, guys. Got 68 points here. 58 was the average, so we've absolutely smashed the average, things you love to see. The one transfer I made was that I took out Ismaila Sarr for Enzo Fernandez. And yeah, I kind of am regretting that decision now because, yeah, one of my other options was Jack Grealish. He scored. Enzo Fernandez did nothing against Leeds. So, nice one. But yeah, looking at the team overall, we got Pickford with 7 points, not too bad from him. Finally getting a bit of a contribution. Things you love to see. Of course, he got the clean sheet against Bournemouth, so that's what you love to see. In the back line, we had Munoz with 14 points. Hey, Munoz is cooking for me. That guy is on fire. So keep it up, Munoz. Timber only 1 point, which is a bit unfortunate because he was on the bench for Arsenal's game against Brentford, so screw you, Arteta. Cucurella only 1 point. Of course, Chelsea were the pits against Leeds, so yeah, shocking result for them. Semenyo with 4 points, not too bad. Rice with 3 points, he's injured. Oh, don't say that. Don't say I have to take Declan Rice out. Enzo Fernandez, my transfer, only 2 points. Chase that, Enzo. Eze only 1 point, he was on the bench as well, just as like Timber was, so again, screw you, Arteta. Morgan Rogers with 6 points, not too bad at all. And then, of course, the front two, Ekatike with a big fat 1 point. After, of course, he was on the bench for Liverpool's game against Sunderland. And then Haaland, El Capitano, 28 points. At least one of my forwards is still delivering, so that's at least something. Looking at the bench, Dubravka only 2 points, Igor Thiago 1, Van de Ven 0, and then Ronaldo with a big cheeky 4 points. Honestly, Ronaldo might have to actually start me at this point because he's getting points and none of the other defenders are. I also might need to look into my forwards because I can't just have Haaland be the only forward getting points. I mean, Thiago's been getting some decent points, but Ekitike, I mean, Liverpool are just a shambles, aren't they? They're just an absolute shambles. But yeah, if we have a look at the J League, once I have zoomed out of this. Right, there we go. Where's the J League? There we are. I'm still sat top, so at least that's something. I think I got the most points again. Oh, no, I did not. Yusuf with 70 points. He got 2 more points than me. Let's have a look at his team. He had David Raya, Munoz, Casemiro, Bruno Fernandes, triple captained. Haaland there as well. Damn, he's got a decent team, to be fair. Calafiori. Tarkovsky on his bench, though. Oh, that's a bit brutal. Same with Pickford. That is a bit brutal, but fair enough, Yusuf. You got the most points. But as for, obviously, I'm still top, so things you love to see. Things you love to see. I'm increasing the gap to Seb, so at least that's something. But yeah, so CP's having a bit of a rough time. But nah, he can climb back up a bit. But yeah, in terms of the not the G League, in terms of the team of the week, well, we gotta have a look at some of these stats as well. Foden's being transferred in the most. Thiago, Bruno Guimaraes, Waldemar, Munoz, who's been transferred out the most. Semenyo, interesting. Caicedo, obviously, with the suspension. João Pedro's been transferred out. Ismaila Sarr, due to his injury. And Gabriel with his injury. We have a look at the team of the week. We've got Dean Henderson in here. Of course, we've got a few Crystal Palace. Romero, Dalot, of course, he scored against West Ham last night. Phil Foden, of course. He's looking in good form at the minute, Foden, to be brutally honest. I mean, that was a mad game for City against Fulham. But yeah, Foden is looking like he's in a good bit of form. 15 points against Leeds, 17 against Fulham. Yeah, not too bad, and he has a couple of good fixtures coming up as well. Haaland, of course, is in there. Ollie Watkins. Yeah, it's a solid team of the week. But yeah, let's get into who I would recommend you guys target for game week 15. So yeah, the first player we're going to be starting off with mentioning, guys, Christian Romero. Now, I didn't think Tottenham would be able to get anything from Newcastle, to be brutally honest. I mean, maybe like a 1-0 draw, possibly, but 2-2 is pretty insane. I mean, even Romero scored an overhead kick. I mean, to be honest, I don't think it's that good of an overhead kick, to be honest. I think people are massively overrating it. Because, yeah, I mean, it bounces off the ground like about 3 times before it goes in. But, hey, no, you're not going to take anything away from Romero. Got 2 goals, of course. One of them was the diving header, and then the other one was the overhead kick. Got booked, though, and obviously conceded twice, so he's got minus 2 points there. 12 defensive contributions, 3 bonus points, not too bad, but obviously Tottenham, you don't know what you're going to get with them. I mean, defensively, they are a shambles. So, I mean, if Romero can continue consistently scoring, then maybe that's an option for you. But until Tottenham can, like, really start to, like, clamp down defensively, which I thought they would have done under Thomas Frank, to be honest. I mean, I thought he would have been a bit more defensively solid, but clearly that's not the case. But they do have Brentford coming up and Nottingham Forest, so you would think that maybe they could keep clean sheets in those games. They got Brentford twice, actually. There's a few players here that, well, teams, I should say, that have a double. Well, I said double game weeks, but like 2 game weeks where they play the same team. So yeah, pretty interesting to see. But yeah, Romero, I'm not so sure about Tottenham defenders, to be brutally honest. Moving on to the other side of North London and Arsenal, Mikel Merino. Now, he seems to be getting a good few points as of late. Of course, he got 5 points against Sunderland, 5 against Tottenham, 9 against Chelsea, and then 13 against Brentford. Of course, he got the goal, got an assist, clean sheet, 2 bonus points, played the full 90. Mikel Merino looks like he is in some pretty decent form, to be honest, at the minute. He's getting a goal contribution in all the games where he's got points. Got an assist against Sunderland, assist against Tottenham, goal against Chelsea, and then a goal and an assist against Brentford. And Arsenal do have some decent fixtures coming up as well. I mean, Aston Villa away could be a bit difficult, but then Wolves at home, that's basically a guaranteed 3 points. With how bad Wolves have been, yeah, it's a guaranteed 3 points, that. Everton away could be difficult. Brighton at home, they should have that. And then Aston Villa again. Like, what is this with, like, having, like, the same team and just in different game weeks? Quite bizarre. We're already starting to get the repeated fixtures, like the reverse fixtures of stuff. But hey, yeah, Merino looking like quite good. Now, staying in London, Samuel Chukwueze of Fulham. Now, Fulham nearly did mount an insane comeback against Man City. I mean, they were 5-1 down at one point, and they managed to bring it back to 5-4, which was absolutely crazy. But yeah, it's a shame Chukwueze only played 45 minutes, because I reckon if he played the full game, who knows what could have happened there. But yeah, he got 2 goals, 1 bonus point, not too bad. And yeah, they've got some decent fixtures coming up for them as well. They have got some decent fixtures. And here, Chukwueze's been getting some goal contributions recently. Got an assist against Sunderland, got an assist against Tottenham. Of course, got the 2 goals against Man City. But yeah, they've got some decent fixtures coming up. After this Crystal Palace game on game week 15, they've got Burnley away, should be 3 points. Nottingham Forest at home, that could definitely be some 3 points for them as well. And then West Ham away could be interesting for them as well. But Nuno has got West Ham a bit more solid defensively, sort of. Yeah, and then they've got Crystal Palace again in game week 19. Like, why are we already getting the reverse fixtures? It's crazy. This season has flew by so far, but yeah. If you want a Fulham player, then Chukwueze probably is the one, to be fair. Now, going over to the Midlands in Aston Villa, we have got Ollie Watkins. Now, he's finally starting to find the back of the net, Ollie Watkins, which is a good thing for him. Played 85 minutes against Brighton. I mean, that was a mental game as well. 4-3 win for Villa. But yeah, he played 85 minutes, got 2 goals, 3 bonus points. Watkins looking like he might be back to scoring goals again, which is a good sign for anybody that wants to bring him into their teams. Obviously, 8.5 million. And yeah, with a lack of like really top quality forwards in FPL this season, other than Holland, obviously, Watkins is probably the second best bet if he can consistently keep scoring. Because obviously with Isak not playing that great at Liverpool, Ekatike is in and out the team. Yeah, it's hard to really clamp down on a second striker. But yeah, Villa do have a few difficult fixtures here and there. I mean, Arsenal twice, that would be difficult. West Ham away could be a good one for them. Man United at home. I mean, it depends which Man United turns up, to be honest. Same with Chelsea away. Because those 2 teams are so inconsistent that you just don't know what version of them is going to turn up. But yeah, I think Ollie Watkins, if he can consistently get back, like, scoring in consistent game weeks, he could be a good little option. And now the final player I suggest you target, guys. But obviously, there is a bit of a caveat with this one, because obviously he's going to be playing an AFCON, so he'll be missing for some of these games. Chemsdean Talby. Now, yeah, he's looking pretty good for Sunderland at the minute, I have to admit. Of course, he scored against Liverpool in what looked like Sunderland were going to be able to do an absolute madness and win at Anfield. Although, is it that much of a madness? Because Liverpool have not been that great recently. But either way, it was still a top performance from Sunderland, so fair play to them. And yeah, Talby seems like he loves to score in these like big games. He scored in their win against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. Then he obviously scored against Liverpool. But will he be able to do the same against Man City? Time will tell for that one. Time will tell. I think that'll be a difficult game for Sunderland, especially considering that two of their best players in Xhaka and Siddiqui, I think it is. Both of them are one yellow card away from a suspension. So obviously, if they got booked in that Man City game, they'd miss the derby up against Newcastle, which of course is absolute disaster for Sunderland if that was to happen. But either way, I mean, it depends when I don't know, most of Sunderland players are like going to be participating in AFCON, so it depends when they head off. I mean, they'll be available for the derby game against Newcastle, from what I'm led to believe, but I'm not too sure once the Brighton game comes around. So once those players go, then maybe Sunderland might start to have a bit of a drop off because obviously, yeah, they'll be losing at least half their team. It feels like, but I think they'll be able to cope. They'll be able to cope, and then if they maybe make some signings in January as well, we'll see. But yeah, I think they'll be fine. To be brutally honest, I mean, they've got enough points over this period, and I don't see them going down at this point. I honestly think Sunderland could get a European position, like maybe like a Europa League position. If they could get that, that would be absolutely unbelievable. And European nights at the Stadium of Light would be absolutely unbelievable. So yeah, definitely keep an eye out for Sunderland players. Maybe, obviously, with Talby participating in the AFCON tournament, maybe look at like someone like Isidore, maybe, or Brobby, because yeah, Brobby seems to love to get a goal contribution in big games. Of course, he didn't do it against Liverpool, but he still looked pretty solid. And then Isidore, he came off the bench, and it looked like he was going to score what would have been the winner for Sunderland at Anfield, but if it weren't for Federico Chiesa clearing it off the line, then Sunderland would have won. So, yeah, definitely target maybe Isidore or something. But if Talby can deliver in the Man City and Newcastle games, then yeah, of course we'll have to wait and see. But of course, he is a bit of a risk with obviously him heading off to AFCON. But yeah, that is where we're going to leave this video for today, guys. Hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, feel free to give the video a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you for the next one.